Hey, what's up? Good morning. Damn, you look good. I bet you look good this morning. I'm drinking out my MTEX oil. If you know, you know. My in-laws got me this. I love drinking coffee. Mm. But it's a good morning. It's a super good morning, and I want to talk to you guys about your capabilities because I believe you're capable of really anything that you want to do. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. You can achieve, and that's what my mom told me years ago as she's working in the kitchen, working three jobs, and just pouring into me and always reminding me that, Bud, you can do anything that you want to do. You simply have to set your mind to it. And that really started changing the way that I think because I'm from a small town with small minds and people have a hard time getting out. And honestly, there's really nothing wrong with that. You know, at the end of the day, like if you're content where you're at, I mean, isn't that's a goal for really many of us is like we just want to be content. So if you can find contentment where you're at, kudos to you, good for you. But I was always being drawn to like go do other things and be other places and like get uncomfortable. Maybe that's why I do hard things, is because I like that feeling of discomfort. And that can also be an addiction on the other side, though. It can be now I'm always wrestling with discontentment. Like I'm having a hard time just being in this moment because I'm always thinking about the next thing that I want to achieve. And it's not as if like the achievement, of course, there's like a high there. There's some type of like spiritual, mental, emotional, physical high that occurs by accomplishing something big. But to me, it's the pursuit. I just like going after things. I like to have a goal because if I have a goal, whether it's a physical goal or a goal in my career or a goal with my family, like sometimes I go with my family and say, oh, I want to do 12 weeks off grid this year. Like I'm always setting like goals for things. And it's essentially just like it keeps me on track. It keeps me on track on my day-to-day life. And I like being on track. I'm not now. I'm up. I'm reading. I'm drinking my water. I'm eating my protein. I'm doing the things I have to do because I have a goal that I want to reach. So it keeps me on track in the day to day. You though are capable of anything you set your mind to. The challenging part of this is, well, how do I do that? Like how do I set my mind to something? Like what does that actually mean? Well, it means sacrifice. Quite literally, like if you're going to achieve something, if you're going to become something that you've never been, you must start operating in ways that you've never operated. This quite literally means that you're going to have to sacrifice parts of you that are no longer serving you. This is a good thing. This is a growth thing. Like sacrifice, oftentimes we think of it as so bad. But sacrifice is really good. It's actually genuinely healthy because there's a lot of things that all of us carry, no matter where we're at in our physical journey, our spiritual journey, our mental journey, our relational journey, whatever. Go through the list. Wherever you're at, you are still carrying something like, you know what? Staying up a little late just kind of ain't for me. It's definitely not bad, but it's keeping me from jumping into some reading in the morning, which is really the only time I have it. So if I don't read in the morning, I don't read at all. And if I'm not reading, I'm not growing closer to the Lord, or I'm not sharpening my mind, I'm not improving my vocabulary. So there's always a way that we can move just to get a little bit better. Of course, it's totally cool as well just to veg out at night and hang out, have a few beers on the weekend around a fire. I'm not talking like you gotta flip your whole life upside down here. It's incremental. It's always like these little things. Like I want the echo of my day to be going to bed on time so I can be waking up on time so I can be reading. Every now and then, if I want to have a few drinks or if I want to go do X, Y, Z, be out with my friends, that's totally fine as well. So we're not just talking about like flipping the life upside down. It's making these like super small adjustments in the consistency of your days. Even if you had 5 out of 7, like that's just really good progress. And then naturally you're going to make it to another level and you're going to start realizing like, like if I still cheat 2 days a week on myself, whether that's my nutrition, my reading, whatever, if I still cheat 2 days a week, it's actually keeping me from the next level. So now maybe I do it every few weeks. I engage and indulge in these things. That's for you to decide and decide then, but trying to go all the way to the level of like, oh, I'm never drinking again, or I'm never eating snacks again. Some people need it, man. Some people are extremists and they really need it. Do what you gotta do, but then you gotta be careful on the other side of that. Now the identity becomes that. You see it all the time on like fitness Twitter, like people's identities are the food they eat. It's the craziest thing. Or like soberists. Like I have a lot of friends who are sober and I'm like, that's super rad for them. But oftentimes all you'll hear is, I'm 843 days and 6 hours and 38 minutes and 12 seconds sober. It's like now it's something like becomes so much of the identity. I'm like, oh, bro, but you're so much more than that. You're so much more than that. But everybody needs what they need, and they operate in ways in which they need to operate. And that's kind of where we're at in our process. But what about the next part of the process? Like, aren't we capable for more? Can't we do more? Absolutely. We simply have to set our mind to it. We have to sacrifice the things that are no longer serving us. And then we have to have faith. We have to believe that what it is that we want to achieve is possible for us. We have to believe it internally. It has to live inside before it's manifested outside. And when you start operating like this, all of a sudden, what I've realized in my process is I actually don't really care a ton, at least, if anybody notices it. Like, I don't care if they're like, oh man, Zach's growing, or oh wow, Zach's doing all these things. I love to share it online. I love to share it with my friends. But I don't really care if you believe or don't believe. I'm like, that's inside. It's the truth is already there. Like I'm like expressing that energy within inside of me. So when it manifests in the real world, like I believe it will, it typically takes a whole lot longer than you think and than I think, but it will. But it doesn't matter because I'm already being changed. I'm already being formed because what's happening in here is so much greater than what's actually being shown out there. And then in due time, it showcases itself in reality. But by the time it has, I've already visualized it 1,000 times. Like before I ever squatted 705, I did it 1,000,000 times in my mind, man. Like right now, I've already run a 100-mile race 1,000,000 times. You know, I've already done the next big speaking gig 1,000,000 times. I've already done all the things that I'm going to do or have done in reality in my mind 1,000,000 times. So I've already believed it. So now when that opportunity presents itself in reality, I'm like, I'm doing it again. Yes, because I'm believing that I'm capable already in here and in here. But you have to prepare yourself for these things. This is why I do hard things. So when the moment comes, when the moment arises, I'm already in motion. It's not like I have to, get myself going and button up. All right, let me go put on this hat now. I'm like, no, I've been wearing this hat. I've been being this person. I've been doing these things. I already believe I'm capable of these things. My actions have been aligning in my day-to-day life. And since those actions are aligning, I'm ready for this opportunity. I don't have to rise to the occasion. I fall to the level of my training. Do hard things. You are capable of so much more. Keep leaning in. Sending you guys a ton of love today. Peace.